So is GunMuse going to talk about Guns of Glory? Nope. Alright, put that in the chat. Join Twitch today. I am a Twitch guy. Look at this login. GunMuse. You know what? This just pissing me off. Twitch multi-stream. I actually want to see the YouTube. Alright, what's going on? Why can't I see YouTube? Why don't I have a favorites bar? New computer. I'm having all kinds of freaky little issues. Task manager, GPU browser, blah, blah, blah. I don't need none of that. It'd be nice to have the favorites bar. Okay, so go to here. YouTube Studio. And if we could just get to where I need to go. Where is that? How about create? Go live. That's live right now. There you guys are. Look, there's a bunch of you in there too. Now I can see your chat. Okay. What background? That's just the world as it is. I know I'm playing around. Tell me what you're thinking because it looks a little funny on my end. I think I got the audio and the video synced up. It was almost 1.2 seconds of delay. And it just freaks people out when the mouth don't match the words. Okay, so I don't understand refresh chat. So check this out. All right. Whoa, notification worked. Okay, so we're trying to do some other stuff here. Like I got an app put in here to yeah, everybody's loving the app, the background, right? Okay, so I got an app put in here to where I could click on your chat, and then it's supposed to bring it up so that everybody can see what question I'm answering, right? So, be your game show host. Guns of Glory is a long dead save. There we go. Unlawful cartel. Boy, there's a whole bunch of. So, how do I do this? Chat highlight. Click that. Only visible on stream. I don't know how to do this. Stat stream. Think. Put user in timeout report. Is it if I pin a message? Pin a message. Pin a lens flare on the right. Oh, I got one of them garage lights in here that that's uber bright. Oh, I can't go farting around with the cameras. I finally got everything set up so that it kind of works. But the Belgian Malinois, my pup, she's bigger than any other dog I've had it right now. She tore up her dog bed today. I mean, it's in like 100 pieces, and then ate two of the lights. And so I'm using the overhead light to light everything today, and that so you see that lens flare. This is a black shirt, just solid black shirt, and it looks like it's bleached out. Plus, I got the green screen going. So anytime you're farting with the green screen, the light behind me. Yes, we're talking about you, hon. She says, "Are you telling everybody what I did?" I'm sorry. She gets a little mad at me, and everything must die. Uh, the Oh, just walking her to the truck tonight, it's a fight. She drags me around. I can't walk her that 10 feet, and my back is killing me now because I tried to walk her that 10 feet. The the and then so man, I thought for sure. What time is it? It's 1 here. It's like 6 in the morning right now in England. You know what, guys? I'm going to walk away from my camera. I'm going to go get my phone, and we're going to text Drew. Hey, no problem, man. You always pop in, man. I'm glad you're here. Just give me a second. I'm going to text Drew, see if we can't get the some game stuff going here. All right. Oh, my God, if I can. It's dark. I'm running into stuff. How you doing, Beagle? Huh? Beagle? How come my phone is not at the end of my charging cord where I left it? Is my phone buried in the backyard? Is that why she was saying sorry? You talk about just everybody that's told me these Belgians are going to get worse and worse and worse from that 6 months to a year mark. They're going to be insane. And we're just now hitting the start of it. I don't know if I can handle 6 months of this. We've got the military training academy up here in the mountains. That's what I'm wondering if the dog didn't need it. But because one of the problems, I've had a couple strokes, so my short-term memory is shit. I could have picked it up and put it anywhere. Pepper, where's my phone? Huh? So I ain't telling you shit, Dawn. All right. Okay, Google. Turn on the light.
Got it. But first you'll have to unlock your device.
Ha ha ha.
All right. Turning the light on.
You need a treat. You know you touched my phone, right? You know you did it. There you go. And you all stay out of the way while we get some real work done here. These people are anticipating. It's a holiday. It's a holiday. It's called Saturday. Oh man, while I'm out of there, if everybody else wants to join me, I'm gonna grab me a beer because I just did 2.5 hours of work to get a picture on the screen. Please don't kill my cat. Alright. Oh man, eating the bed is not the first highly destructive thing. We got a premium wood floor in here, and she ripped up a 4-foot section of wood floor. Just ate it. Yeah. Ow. Alright. Right? Because I have such a problem with my memory, I do have these little things. I got tags on my keys. It's bi-directional. So if I find my keys and or my wallet, and I usually know where my wallet is, I got a button I can push on my wallet that tells me where my phone's at. Cause I set things down with my hands. I don't know what I'm doing. I can redo things that I know. So I can go over all the guns of glory, tell everybody, but if some of the stuff that I do, I may not remember it half an hour to an hour later. My short-term to long-term memory is just crap right now. Hopefully getting better. This is one of the reasons I want to get back into streaming, is I'm hoping it's going to pick this up. Matter of fact, I was having an idea today of how I'm going to do this Johnny Carson type gaming thing. So the machine that I'm working on right now is the Uber machine. I got 128 gigs of RAM in it. I got a 3090 in it. And what am I playing? It's like 100 of these. All these things are the same, right? Oh hell, I even got the game open over here. All right. Let me go back to. I don't like this keyboard. This keyboard's weird. So, all right. So I'll throw that over here. Now, if I open it over here. Oops. No. Okay. Go up. How do I throw this over here? And then I add a source. Audio capture. Display capture. Add source. Screen 2. Nope. Add a new one. Display capture. Screen 1. Add source. Open that game up. I probably should be doing a game capture. We'll work on that in a minute. We'll find out which one works better for you. Window. Oh my gosh, don't do this. Display. There, that's the one. Okay, done. And then there. Aha! Look at that stuff. Get my mouse over here. Yeah, can't get my mouse out of the game. That's not cool. Okay. We got a fix for this. Yeah, as long as it talks back to you. Sometimes, oh yeah, saying okay, I do that all the time now. Okay, Google, where's my crap? You know, as long as it'll talk back to you. Okay, so I got screen 1. That doesn't seem to work worth a damn. Let's go with application audio capture. I want application audio capture. I don't want an application audio capture. I want a game capture. Browser source game. Oh, looky there. Game capture. Add source. And then what's this game called? Oh, if I hover over it, it should tell me. Hunt Showdown. Hunt Showdown. Let's go. Add new source, and we're going to call it Hunt Showdown. We're going to add, and then mode auto. Looking for a game to capture. Capture full screens. Auto. Well, there's a question. There we go. Actually capture that. Of course, I can't get my mouse out of that freaking window again. Alright. So close. Alright, but I am capturing Hunt Showdown, so shut down screen 1. And then. Let's bring in the 4K video. Right? Oh, you know what I want to do before I do all this? I want to right click, duplicate what I've done here, game capture with video. All right, done. And we're on that. If we go back here and go, oops, nope, didn't do it. Ooh. Dink. All right. That's kind of small. So you can see me saying, God damn it, real loud. Watch the expression on my face. You son of bitches. Ren, I'm sorry to see you go. Okay, all right. And then, what are we going to do now? What do we want to do? We want to talk about the shooting? How about the fact that I went live and told everybody that the instant I looked at it, every single hole I pointed out in the first hour has turned out to be true. You can't hide the bullshit. And for these political yahoos on the TV, they're starting to realize, holy crap, this was a plotted assassination attempt. All you have to do is wrap your mind around a reality when you're talking about shooting at Trump, and that is, if you can't beat him, you got to kill him. That's the leftist way. They do it in every country in the world, including this one. The John F. Kennedy wouldn't shut the fuck up, so they killed him. The Reagan was going to do what Trump is doing. They had to, do you really think so? Oh, I'm trying to impress my girlfriend. They got away with that the last time. Oh my gosh, Pepper. You want to be a star on TV, don't you? I know. Whoa, what, Void? Void, man. That's been forever. I am not here. I know. If you're drinking my beer, you're wrong. Go away. She drinks my coffee. She drinks my Monsters. Avoid, you're over on Twitch. I'm seeing the multi-stream. Alright, so I got Hunt Showdown. I don't have Twitch telling everybody I'm a Hunt Showdown, and I'm a beginner. I started this because Drew had it, and I bought the cool gun pack, the ornate. I don't know how to equip them. I don't think I've done enough to equip them. Ooh, I like that. This is one of these games, like Guns of Glory, stuff like that. I don't buy any of the pets or any of that other stuff. But, man, this is one of these games where There are some really cool looking skins and guns in there. But I am getting 63 milliseconds doing the East Coast thing, and so here's the plan as of now. All right, I don't know how to play this game. There is YouTubers and Twitch people who have got thousands and thousands of hours in this game. And so what we're going to do is they're going to teach me, and I'm going to ask the dumb questions people are afraid to ask. And we're going to do it with multi-streaming, and then we're going to cut and edit and bring this stuff down. It's basically what I did with Guns of Glory, only I did it all by myself, and I kept having, and there was so much. There was just so much there. This outsources the work to 10, 15 guys, and everybody gets to keep their money. There's no one, if it gets to be stupid big, we'll do a percentage thing. The RNC that Russia has nuclear subs off the coast of China, buying farmland around the military bases and installations. Well, I will tell you, if you go back to the 90s during when the Japanese were doing it, everybody panicked because the Japanese were buying the property. They can't take it with them. The minute they buy the property, yeah, they may put a monitoring station up there is what they're going to do, right? They stick a monitoring station on it to capture signals. And what's more disturbing is, because everybody's got a cell phone in their pocket, when my wife was on the secret base in Africa, I could see her jogging around the track because I could track her Google account. That's the concern that should be. And then what's it called? ICANN. ICANN. Okay. Obama gave ICANN away. ICANN is the address book of the internet. Okay, so if I type in google.com, it goes to an IP address. That IP address tells us where Google wants to send information from. We don't own that anymore. So you go to Amazon and you buy something in the cart, you may not be on Amazon.com's cart, even though it says Amazon.com in the URL bar, because somebody's changed the address in real time. And you don't know. You're typing in words. You're not typing in numbers. Just try Alex Jones trying to say the Democrats are going to replace Joe with Hillary at the DNC. I think that's a 60% chance. Yeah. Hillary has been smacking her chops, making all the rounds for the last 6-7 months. They will push the first woman president thing. The question is, will Kamala get the hell out of the way? Having subs off the coast of Cuba. Sorry, should have been. Hey, I've said many times, the Russian icebreaker sub is what took down the Deepwater Horizon. It hit that pipe. It was not bad cement. Russia's not as strong as everybody would like to pretend. Let's be very, very clear. An all-out war with Russia, the reason you've got to have a president who scares people away from being in the military, who ruins their capability as individual human beings by lowering the standards. How many of you know that because the recruiting is so bad that we are allowing people in their 60s to join the military again? I bet you didn't know that. That's how bad the recruiting is right now. And because a lot of 60-year-olds can meet the lowered standards. It's really hard to run across the field while you're holding your skirt. I'm just saying. Well, it's not the dated equipment. It, I think some of the last videos that I did that were lives, everybody was asking about the war with Russia, and I turned around and said, we learned this in Guns of Glory, guys. When we fought the Russians, they're a pain in our ass, but they're gamers. You can't. These 20-year-old gamers were not running around raping villagers. And I can tell you right now, I didn't see any video of that. Just like the shooter on the roof, I didn't check his pulse. I didn't see any video of it. I'm going to go with what does reality say about the world, boss? The kid did not drive by and said, "Hey, look at that big hole there. Let me go get a ladder and borrow Dad's gun." That didn't happen because that's not reality. And there is cell phone video where people were just scanning the crowd, and they caught that kid walking both in and out of the building he was on. And that when that video came out, they changed their story about what was in there because there was supposed to be a bunch of cops inside that building. They thought they'd secure it from the inside was the story, right? And that story went away. So, look, end of the day, somebody tried to kill Trump. Let's not worry about the details of how they thought they were going to get it done. Let's worry about the fact that they believe it should be done. That's why they went straight to the air and said, "Oh my God, don't miss next time." That's what you're dealing with. When you deal with people who believe that human beings are a pollutant, they will come up with an injection shot that makes men have heart attacks and women sterile. Right? So hold on here. Did I do what I think I did? Oh, I don't know if I did what I think I did. Oh, go back here. Go right here and go channel activity report, hide. Okay, we'll unpin that message just because. Yeah, this is it's you don't have to believe in what they believe, but you better believe they believe it. You know, that's the problem with communists. Is too many Americans say, "Well, that's just crazy crap. Who would believe that?" You can't think that way. You have to understand they do believe what they believe. Suddenly there's, anti-Semitism? No, it's not sudden. It was around in the 1930s. It was close to half the countries. Israel's method of running their government mixed with their religion is an assault on other countries, and they think that way. They physically and hold their wealth, and that takes the wealth out of the market. They're a weird country. And if you try to get work, and I've worked for Israel. I worked for Israel in 1997. I worked for a company called Elcent. They made MRI machines and CAT scanners, cutting edge at the time. You know, there was only a couple other companies that even made an MRI machine that was computerized. You understand? They made MRI slices, but it really was revolutionary to have a computer hooked to it so we could put the data back together in a 3D image. And that, talking about technology, mine's in here screaming at me that, hey, you had a beer. Oh, so I went over 150 blood sugars. I'm constantly monitored. Got the Bluetooth in my spine. Got Bluetooth in my arm for my blood sugar numbers. How could you get closer? did blow. He did blow my mind. Oh, how close he got? That he walked in. He was inside the building. He'd been running around for 3 hours. The minute he walked in with that rangefinder, he should have been detained until he had a full background check. That's literally Secret Service 101. And you know that I mean, it's Secret Service 101 in the story. Don't blame the Secret Service for this. No one knows. No one can really figure out where the shot that killed the kid come from. It came from a long way off, and is still an undisclosed location about how far off that shot was that killed that kid. And again, I didn't see his body moving when the first shots rang out. It's I'd almost bet that in that building was a camera robotic gun somewhere, and the delay, which I worked with today on cameras and delay, is why they missed his head. Is because the delay of the video and him moving his head to the right is why there is a delay. A human being doesn't give a shit that he turned his head. If it was me taking that shot, he would have been dead from it. And that's while crippled. And apparently, as crippled up as I am, I could have walked all around there and got away with it. Poor stream health. Why do I have poor stream health? Tell you what, I'm going to turn off the game because that was just a trial and error thing. And yes, turn that off. So in the future, the game is going to be on a different PC, and then we're going to bring the video from that PC, like we bring it out from a monitor, into a central computer. We're going to multi-frame this stuff up because we're going to have like Drew over in England playing this game, and then he's got his buddy that's playing in Ohio that's playing this game. And then we got other games, other people, and then we're going to Johnny Carson this stuff. And then I know that I can ask the right questions. Look at my little gun thing. That's I forget about that. That's in the way, isn't it? So there's that. Error. Please use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often enough, which can cause buffering. How do I do that? Man, I had all this stuff set up once upon a time. Streamlabs, keyframe, interval. Oh, look at that. There's a button. How do I lower the keyframe interval in slobs? And YouTube, unlock a world of creativity, blah, 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 blah. Can you get your slob settings? Select output. Keyframes interval is seen when you select advanced settings. Default is 0. Most streamers use 2. Okay. And it wants a 4. I'll put this over here. And then we're going to go and say, close that down. There we are. I need to. Can I do that while streaming? That's a good question. Are you guys getting buffering? I'm not seeing some stuff here. I'm going to pin that one. Okay. Stream settings. Enable auto stop. No buffering? Yeah, see? Well, I got YouTube telling me you guys are. It says I'm sending them crap. They're sending you crap. I don't know what's going on here. Man, I got the new low Earth orbit satellite for internet. I love it. 300 megabytes per second download. So, oops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right, so settings, stream, output, video bit rate. Oh, I can't change it to advanced while streaming. All right, so I got to remember to do that. I'm gonna go send more stuff, send more data to YouTube. I can do that. Which policy, Wade? Depends on where you're coming from. Wade, where do you get your news? Because if you're not getting, I would even question if you watch Fox News that you know is policy. Because if you don't know it, the ex-head of the Senate is on the board of Fox News. And watching the business channel on Fox News, some of those people will bring on every Trump hater they can find to do an interview. And that's Fox News. That's his closest thing to an ally he's got. So pick me a policy, we'll talk about it. Peer-reviewed studies only. I don't know what peer-reviewed studies, and besides that, with a 97% communist view in news, what do you think the peers are going to say about it? You're always going to be overwhelmed. I used to be a member of the Associated Press, or Roast. I get mine right off a feed. There are 60,000 reporters out there every month who put out news, put it in the Associated Press feed, and you get to see 10 a day because that is financially how the Associated Press is set up. So if I wanted to turn around and build a news site again, for $500 a month, I could get them to pick me 10 news stories, and that's why everywhere you go, you see the same 10 news stories, is because it's cost effective. But if I decide to go pick my own news story, then I have to pay them based on my traffic, and back then I had almost 26 million people a year. It was $25,000 for the story and 15 cents per reader. So it was financially unreasonable for me to pick a conservative story to show somebody. Well, how do I get my news? Oh, you want to go down there? We want to go to the rabbit hole. Go down the rabbit hole. Abortion. Look up Buck versus Bell. You want to talk about abortion? We'll talk about abortion. You're too young to talk about abortion, I'm assuming. What did we trigger here? He's triggered. Are you triggered, Roast? You're 42. Yeah, you're probably still in the more. I mean, so you think Roe v. Wade was about women's rights then? Yeah, you're too young. You're too young to have an opinion on Roe v. Wade. If you're 42, then you remember in the 90s when ABC used to put news stories on. The judge today ordered a woman to be sterilized because she had too many welfare babies. That was in the 90s under Clinton. That's not about women's right to choose. That's why we go back to the Supreme Court case that's valid law today called Buck versus Bell. And what the basis of our health policies on. The government will deem your worth, and it has the legal right to kill and or castrate you if you are a burden upon society. You can Google it. I mean, even Google will show you Buck versus Bell. The National Firearms Act. What do you want to talk about the National Firearms Act? I'll go down that rabbit hole all day long. You want to talk about how we use the words the NICS Improvement Act, which is the FBI background check, is what the NICS system is. We wrote the words NICS Improvement Act at the top of an act in 2007, and what we did was take away the rights of veterans to have privacy to their health records. That's all we did with it. I no longer have privacy because I was in the military. Do you believe I shouldn't have privacy? You believe that you should have more privacy than me, that you're a better citizen than I am. Oh, Trump is getting my vote. You do believe you should have more privacy than me. I know, I could tell by your little peppering. You don't want to have a conversation. You want to dominate one. But I'm bully-proof, Bubba. All you're gonna do is feed me. Let's go back to some of your other bullshit. Can't stand these. Oh, I can, man. They're lots of fun, man. The I live in a world with gamers, man, around the world. That's why I said, this is the Did I say you said something against me? All right, what? Pull your reins back, man. You're triggered. What am I getting freaked out on? I hope I don't sound like I'm freaking out. I do have an aggressive voice. I scare little cupcakes. You cannot offend me. I'm a liberal. You're a leftist. As you said, you believe you should have more rights than me. That's what leftists thinks. At the end of the day, for the last 100 years, the leftists have been coming after the United States because the citizens are allowed to own property. They can't do it anywhere else in the world. And it has to end if people are going to move in the direction that they have over and over again. You got to remember, in 1930s or 1920s under Woodrow Wilson, the what's it called? Eugenics. That's where the Buck versus Bell Supreme Court case come from, and that's why we put abortion clinics in black neighborhoods. The black population's dropped 12% in the last 20 years. Hooray, Democrats! You're getting rid of blacks, right? Isn't that it is the goal? It always has been the goal, and I can't tell you where in history it stopped being the goal. The matter of fact, AOC, the minute they got rid of Roe v. Wade, first thing out of her mouth is, well, we'll put those abortion clinics back on federal property. Well, that's how you sterilize the Indian nation. So it just upset every liberal. You can't sterilize people. I get it. People are pollutants in your mind. I don't believe what you believe, but I do believe you believe it. Scooby-Doo! What's my background and motivation to get on here for politics? Well, Scooby-Doo, since you are new, I've been doing this for about 6.5 years, but I went blind. I was the National Deputy Chief of Staff of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, 1.6 million combat vets underneath me, which is kind of a political position in the beginning. I sit there with senators and congressmen, and we argue about how big of a fucking liar they are on a regular basis. I tend to make people with a Harvard education cry. Literally. I am well versed in most of this stuff, and at the end of the day, to get on here and bark about politics, just whatever. I mean, I can't have somebody who takes one point of view, but's not willing to do the research to back up that point of view. which is what roasting was getting onto. You know, he just peppered what's this, which was every triggered politic freaking deal all at once. I mean, you didn't stop and wait for an answer on anything, and he doesn't spout a question in a way that is going to be anything other than a way to be critiqued when I give an answer. I am very versed in the troll. If you've ever watched me on the gaming world for world politics, these people around the world, you lead like you've been led. So when people come around the world from whatever country they're from, they know what their leaders do. They act that way, and it does fall into a modus operandi, if you will. So, what's motivation for this? I'm crippled up and I'm homebound, and I'm a workaholic. I would much rather be on the roof working on my stuff. Comms on Hitler having good views and political agendas. That's not a question, Wade, and I can't even tell if that's a full statement. What are you asking? Yeah, all you gotta do is ask a question, Rose. Okay? First of all, where you're on the wrong foot is you think you've offended me. I can answer a question. You weren't answering questions. You were peppering freaking uh, half-assed titles like you're reading from uh, a script. Do the Jews run the world? Uh, no, I'll tell you where that reference comes from. And I was talking about that earlier when I worked for Israel for a while in '96. They tend to work for a company and at way less money than what I would have. Than I made more money than all the Jewish counterpart, the Israeli citizens made. That's for the company effort, and so while they were looking for somebody they hired me, and then they were immediately looking for somebody to replace me at a lower cost. Uh, the and that's part of the socialism that's built into the Jewish religion. But that's no different than Hollywood or anything else where they talk about running the world. If you get a job at McDonald's because your buddy referred you, I mean, it is the exact same thing. They just, but you got to understand they were almost wiped out. So anytime they can give a leg up to a fellow Jew, they will. It's just part of the nation at this point. But I have lots of Israeli friends I love to death. And I mean, I love the fact that they all go into the military. When this attack took place, the part of it that people missed was that people came from around the world to stand under bombs to fight back. To turn around and go, well, Hamas hasn't. We need the two-state solution. They had the two-state solution until last October. For 20 years, they had their own country. Jimmy Carter made sure of it. And then they went and murdered a bunch of people. You know, and then when they said, "Hey, we'll stop throwing bombs at you if you, and the Hamas is the one that won't quit." The genuine question: do you believe anyone knows about Trump's assassination attempt beforehand? Yes, absolutely. You cannot do what they did. That was planned. If you'd caught my feed that an hour after, I pointed out every hole that's taken him 2 weeks to talk about. There is no way in hell anybody on the ground, in charge, or anything else left all the holes that they left. And like I said, I didn't get to check the kid's pulse. I didn't get to check to see that he was alive beforehand. The It's and we still, the shot that supposedly killed him, no one, they're not letting loose that information of where that shot came from, because it didn't come from the ones they're talking about on the news. It was a very large caliber from a very long way off. Why I don't run for president in 2028? I've had 2 strokes. I have a hard time going short-term to long-term memory. But we are talking about, we did talk about Congress last year, and we did talk about FBI. Well, the I don't think the kid did it, Wade. I think the kid is a patsy. The for all you know, that kid was told he could go hang out up there, and be out of the way, and then somebody shot him. You don't know shit. I don't believe the kid was driving by, saw a great big hole in the security, went home, got a ladder, and borrowed his daddy's gun. And you get right down to it, every single step and aspect of the talking points of this assassination is the Democrat platform of why we should hate conservatives. He had an AR-15. Well, there's a terrible choice for a sniper rifle. The AR-15's got a 2-minute MOA. The country wouldn't have happened if guns were banned on a national level. You wouldn't have freedoms. You live in the only country with the freedom of speech. Without firearms, you cannot protect freedom of speech. You get this stupid shit like somebody making up 34 fucking charges and trying to throw people in jail because they're winning. There's not one, for all the rah against Trump, not one thing that's happened against him in the last 8 years has been true. Nothing. He didn't sleep with a porn star. I mean, they had the lawyer go on the stand and tell everybody that he stole the money. And who the hell goes to trial for 3 weeks before they let the jury know what he's on trial for? Trump's going to win, not only win all these things in appeals, because this was about getting a narrative out there. There was no truth to this. Those guns are there to shoot politicians who do what these politicians have been doing. The fact that no one's done it is amazing to me. He was flying a drone around hours before. Scooby-Doo, so now he had a drone. So he had a drone. A drone's going to tell you what? Oh, here's the hole? No. Because a hole from a drone view does not allow somebody to walk through a fenced area with a rifle. You got to understand how the security works. No, it cannot happen the way they're saying it's happened. This is marketing and bullshit after the fact. Just take it from a guy who's pointed guns at people's heads. No, it didn't happen this way. Trump did collude with Russia, actively set up bot farms to discredit Hillary. So, the data on the bot farms, the ads that were bought didn't actually play until after the elections. And you say that discrediting Hillary is a bad thing when that bitch has stolen $100 fucking million and stole the fucking silverware when they left the White House in the year 2000. Walked out the door with silverware. Oh, we were broke from the lawyers. The Hillary Clinton during the Benghazi, one of the pictures is with me standing with one of the 4 survivors of the Benghazi. I don't know if I got that on my phone or not to put up there. But the 4 people who lived from the Benghazi, the people who saved them were the ones Hillary was trying to kill. She's trying to kill Gaddafi's forces. and they saved our troops. If it hadn't have been for the enemies of Hillary, those 4 men wouldn't have made it out alive. And then when they did make it out alive, they were dropped in a foreign country and had their passports removed. It took them 3 years to get back to the United States, to get out from underneath the news cycle of those guys surviving. You don't know everything that was going on. There are no drones flying over a event. They would have shot the fucking drone down. They have electronic disruptions. There's a reason you never see drones over any of these events. The drones themselves could be weapons. They are shot down. CNN confirmed 2 drones. Saw it on Twitter. Did you see it on CNN? I don't see a CNN video of that. Would that be the CNN who says, well, President Trump is speaking right now, so we're going to stop showing you the video because all he does is lie? Aren't you an adult enough to see what he says for yourself? You can't look at the video? I hear what you're saying. Extenuating circumstances. So I'm hanging out with the guy who survived there, but you know the extenuating circumstances. Let me tell you a little bit about Benghazi. The head of the Marines that was on the carrier, when Hillary Clinton turned around and said, no, we're not sending troops, the head of the Marines said, I got my own fucking helicopter. I'm going to go get them. And a lawyer, a JAG lawyer, pulled a pistol on the head of the Marines to stop him from getting off in his own helicopter. There's some extenuating circumstances, all right. You don't know shit about how that stuff's working. Yes, there was. Plenty of time. I'm telling you the facts here. Wasn't it possible to get troops there in time? There was 2.5 months to get their troops there in time because for 2.5 months they said it was coming. How long do you think it takes to put a set of Marines down? We go from 16 people to that thing to 75. Do you think it might have been a different battle? It wouldn't have took a lot. You can say that all day long. That's because you're taking a liberal point of view that those people hadn't been shooting at us for 200 years. You seem to think this is all new. Thomas Jefferson was fighting the Muslims back when he was president. This is just, they change the name every 10 years. Nothing has stopped. I'm telling you that the Crusades from Europe followed us here and it has never stopped. They don't know why they're doing it today, but all you have to do is look through history and realize it's become a generational fight. That's why when you went into Iraq, see, when we went into Iraq under George Bush, there was a book written, The Problems with Going into Iraq. All right? And I bet not one of you can name the number one problem when we went into Iraq that would have solved a lot of grief. And that number one problem was we didn't shoot looters. The number two problem is we didn't understand Iraq's welfare system. Iraq drove around with a truck and handed out food, whereas we hand out checks. And so we caused a starvation issue right off the bat just by taking over the country. We weren't prepared to run the country that we took over. But no one ever is. It's just these days everybody's, under the assumption we can do everything immediately, and it just wouldn't work that way. Roast's views. That's fine. He doesn't have any views. He keeps saying CNN said. He doesn't have any views. Who's this we? Again, if you're leaning, oh well, Scooby Doo, yeah, Biden's made him rich. Here's the big problem. Okay, when Biden come in there and undid everything that Trump did, when Russia was sanctioned, and then they changed the sanctions under Biden. What it did was it allowed Russia, underneath the sanctions, to hoard its own gold. And now the Russian ruble is one of the strongest in the world. But I wrote an article back in 1998 about Putin when he wasn't even president yet. Again, he had been president. I told everybody he was going to be president again because they've got the reason a lot of these wars take place under Russia is Putin needs to get his oil to a warm water port. Okay? Do any of you who are leaning towards Roast's views understand why Putin's got to get his oil to a warm water port and will kill every motherfucker till he gets there? To understand that you can't bargain with Russia because of this fact. Does anybody understand why? He can't control the price of oil until all year long because they cannot issue oil out in the winter. This has been a problem for Putin since Putin became an oil mogul when Russia collapsed. There wouldn't have been one. Oh my God, cozy with Putin. No, Trump just talks polite to people like a puppet. See, you're repeating bullshit. The dossier was made up by Hillary. You do know that, Roast. Hillary Clinton paid $6 million to make up all the Russian collusion shit. Everybody knows that they made it up. You are aware that that's not in dispute anymore. It was not made up. So now you're just trolling. Even Hillary admitted she made it up. Boss, you're going to have to back off of that a little bit. You're going to have to update the fact that people went, oops, she caught me. You're just going to have to catch up to the fact that Hillary said, yeah, we did it. Oh, well. Trump didn't send her to jail. He should have. And the judges. Oh my God! You know what? I'm going to Google something for you here. Hold on. If I can find my thing here. Trump dossier. I don't even think. Holy crap! Took the fall for the country, apparently. No, Hillary has been, I don't have a problem with Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's a politician. Hillary Clinton's a scumbag of a human being. When 62 people die because your husband made it into the White House, shit's awry in the background. You got to go all the way back to Whitewater where she suddenly made a crap. Okay, here you go. Whitewater, where she made $100,000 off, $1,000 investment in cattle. Well, that cattle that she made money off of was the cattle from England that was sold on the cheap down to Mexico because it had frickin' what's the brain thing? Mad cow disease. They then turned around and bought it for the military. So anybody that was in the military from 1991 to 1997 is not allowed to donate blood. That's just go down and ask your place when you donate blood. Go donate blood and ask them. Says, if I was in the military, can I donate blood in 1996? And they're going to tell you no because you've been exposed to mad cow disease. Hillary fucking Clinton. The dossier. I'll bet you think that the laptop was Russian fake information too. The steel, also known as the controversial political opposition research. That as an unfinished. I'm looking what Wikipedia says because that's probably where you're getting your info, or a lot of people. Raw intelligence reports, not established facts, but a starting point for further investigation. Remember that in order to do further investigation, they went to Yahoo, handed them the dossier. Yahoo reported the dossier existed. Then they took the fact that Yahoo reported the dossier to the court and said it must be a fact. There's a news agency reporting on it. You got to start back to who paid for it stuff. Trump had business interactions all around the world. Russian election interference. Let's show that one. 2016. Okay, that's you saying that he bought stuff on, that the Russians bought bots on Facebook. Russia does it all on their own. You don't need to be. No one has to call them up and do it. They're going to pick their winner. You can bet your ass that Russia didn't want Hillary, because Hillary was going to squeeze. Hillary squeezes every fucking country they can for money. It's horrendous. You guys gotta break the glass ceiling here and just realize she's one of the best crooks that's ever been in politics. Or do you think people gave her $100 million for nets to solve the mosquito problem, but then when she couldn't run for president no more, no one cared about her nets anymore? Oh my gosh. And she deleted 30,000 emails after she got a subpoena because they were just for a wedding. If we were more diverse when it comes to the armed forces, Secret Service work. Yeah, so the two gay guys that slept below me in the bunk, they don't count. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're repeating bullshit. There were gay people in the military. No one gave a fuck. Damn. That's... Russia did not want Hillary because Hillary would have been tough on Putin. Putin had a choice. What hold? Trump just got sued where they fined him $450 million because a building contractor normally has about 80 to 90% of his stuff in loans. So when you're talking about someone having a hold on Trump, there was a news reporter come out and says, well, he's got to have some loans with Russia. They're holding money over him. Then when they went and surveyed his property after the trial, Trump didn't have anything borrowed. He's one of the few building investors in the world who doesn't have liens on his property. No one has a hold on Trump. Nobody. Not even American banks have a hold on him. Because he's had a brand to sell where other builders have not. He's a different kind of contractor. Everybody keeps stating how contractors build stuff. And they keep applying it to Trump. And I'll tell you right now, Trump built buildings in New York City, a Democratic stronghold. Do you think that no Democratic politicians ever got bribed to get projects moved along? I believe they did. I guarantee you Trump had to grease some wheels. Where are all them Democrats coming out and saying, yep, I took some money? What us people in the new generations think. Well, I know that, Wade. But you're not thinking because you don't want to know anything. You don't know any facts. I gave you just rattled off Roe v. Wade. Did you look up Buck versus Bell? What do you think about that? What do you think about them killing all the Indians? The Indian nation almost doesn't exist anymore. That's why they won't allow genetic testing. And me being a descendant of Indians, I get kind of pissy about it. The yeah, this don't. I wish I need to get you guys. Not everybody can see. You guys are on Twit. You guys are on Twitter, and so I got the YouTube people who can't see it. And I used to have a plug-in to throw your text up on. Let me do source. Is it widgets? Chat box. Let's do that. Add source. Add source. And we do this. Uh-oh, don't do that. Hey, there we go. TikTok, Instagram, WeChat. Never afraid of speech, man. That helps people with TVs. Did I just break my new chair? Pepper, no. Come. Man, that's weird. You guys, your text goes up on the screen before it actually gets on. You can't. Hey, when I ran PR News Now, we used to let the liberal stuff go up there all the time, but I wouldn't let you delete it. That's the important thing. Is when they put this stuff up, the fact that it goes away, where they get their sourcing from, especially during election years. Right now, for all you know, they're working inside of a Democrat campaign, and they're just bouncing up here trying to spew shit. I do know that a whole bunch of people follow me on Twitter that are working for, what was her name? The one that sued on behalf of Hillary so that she didn't have to break her word. The Green Party girl. Biden does. Look, at the end of the day, one of the things that's going to disappoint me about Trump, there you go. Now, Jill Stein. Jill Stein was, man, that was some crooked frickin' politicking. They used to really use the Twitter. They have you guys sitting down in the halls. They getting college credit, attaching one account to the next. And then the Jill Stein followers went after me in 2017. The entire crew of the Star Trek Enterprise threatened to quit the Veterans of Foreign Wars if I didn't get fired. Because I said, if the Democrats don't knock this crap off, we're going to be hunting them with dogs before the end of the decade. Yet, I'm still here. There's no one. I think Trump and Biden should drop out of the race. Hey, that's what we got J.D. Vance for. I tell you what, your new ideas aren't new ideas. Let's start there. People like AOC, you are trying to trigger me. AOC can't even run with an economics degree, doesn't even understand how economics works. Not one plan she's put forward. Do you guys understand that we've spent $18 trillion and haven't put Americans back to work? Do you understand that it is economically impossible to spend that much money and not have an economic gain? Yet somehow all the people behind Biden haven't figured it out. At the end of the day, I don't want to blame Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a puppet. You want to talk about a puppet? There's all them people that think they're running the executive branch by committee. We do not run the executive branch by committee. We don't have 50 guys who sit in a room and try to figure out how it is. Because every time you have a committee, which we have in other branches, committees are there so that no one takes the blame when things go wrong. Let's not forget how he got it to the all-time lowest. After 18 months, people fall off the rolls, Wade. They don't exist anymore. The number of people working in this country is 18 million fewer people with a job than when Trump left office. When Trump, before COVID. January before COVID, there is 18 million fewer people working in the United States today. It's not the lowest. The unemployment rate was manipulated underneath Obama. And I hope Trump takes it back and we start talking about UA6. You anytime you want to quote that low unemployment number, quote the UA6 to me, and then you'll cry because it's like 14.5% right now. If everyone got the vaccine, well, yeah, it was killing men and sterilizing women. Got to cut down the population. Good environmentalism there. The only thing COVID didn't do was cure COVID. The COVID shot doesn't cure COVID. Doesn't stop COVID. COVID is the cold. Let's get right down to it. It's not. It's a chest cold. And the hospitals full of people needing respirators never happened. I remember Trump setting up a ship in New York for all the overflow from the hospitals they expected. It never happened. The only people dying in New York were the ones the governor sent. Was it the mayor? The governor sent to, he sent old people next to each other so he could wipe out his Medicare problem. He was $30 billion in his Medicaid. Couldn't afford it. So he put everybody in the same room. Well, Wade, as a member, do you shove it in people's face and try to get them to argue with it like you're doing me? So it's not that you have an opinion. It's you want me to have that opinion. And you want to ignore reality for that opinion to be valid. I can't do that. People dying destroyed families. I got a guy that was dug up 6 years here in New Mexico where they redid the autopsy. His cause of death was COVID when they got done because they rubber stamped every death certificate with COVID. But the numbers say that fewer people died during the COVID years than died when we were just doing flu vaccines. There's more to it than what you've got to believe that there's people who want to reduce the population. And at the end of the day, they really need to get rid of the military age males. That's why the drugs are flowing over the border. You want to talk about not feeling safe in your community there, Wade? I've been attempted carjacked in my own driveway twice this last year because somebody doesn't want to secure a border. Because some Democrat somewhere wants some cheap labor. We want to bring everybody in here. And quite frankly, you should have been worried about all the prisons being emptied out. It's rough damn land down here in southern New Mexico. You don't know that millions died from COVID. First of all, the official number I think was 200 and some odd thousand. Millions worldwide. And yes, in third world countries, when you send a disease anywhere that infects the chest, it does affect a lot of people. They don't, especially when they don't have immune systems for it. I live I live by choice someplace where me with my white skin is the minority. All right. The most of my friends are Hispanic, and and all of my Hispanic friends hate illegals. You are falling for that same bullshit assumption that brown people are hated by anybody who's conservative. You're just wrong. I'm not even going to try to explain why you. I know why you want to be wrong. You want it to be true because then you don't have to debate something. We don't have to talk about anything else. I can say I don't like you because you're a bigot. The and so at the end of the day, you just don't want to like people. That's not my fault. I didn't raise you that way. Hold on. My professor says the migrants are hard-working people searching for a better life, and I see Trump likes to put their children in cages. There are more people in cages. Well, I guess if we put them in a cage, we wouldn't have lost 80,000 of them, would we, Roast? So 80,000 children are missing that no one knows where they went. Somebody just picked them up. And the number of sex workers coming across the border is insane. What response? Yeah. That it's negative? Yeah, that's negative to you. You think I'm a bigot because you just said because they were brown, I assume they're illegals. I didn't have to assume shit. I had a pistol on them when the cops showed up. There's no assumption. Attempted carjacking. I'm not a pussy. They're not stealing my shit. With what statement? You got to be specific. We got a delay in the system here. His point was that I assumed that they were brown, so that made them automatically illegals. All my neighbors are brown. My neighbor next door is black. He's the head of the border patrol car driving school out here. In the southern New Mexico town I live in, it's Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. We train all the border patrol in this town. Most of them are Mexican, Hispanic, Mexican, whatever. The African Americans, not black. That's derogatory. Well, tell him that. African Americans are hyphenated. It's a separation. He's an American. He happens to be black. Your liberalism wants them to be separated. That's African American is not a race. Negroid is. Negroid, Mongoloid, Angloid. Those are the three races. No Border Patrol has endorsed Biden. No one. No individual Border Patrol that I know of. No agency, and damn sure not their union. That's just absolute a flat fucking lie. So what campaign do you guys work for that you come in on this? Your campaign workers. By who am I being lied to? My friends? We work for the RNC. Oh, this will be a fun playback. The was simply asking if the person who attempted carjacking him was confirmed as illegal aliens. Yes. Once the cops put their pistols on him and I could take my pistol off of him, it was confirmed. You know what else was confirmed? That two people in a little Honda Civic, there are not two tire irons to come after a people with in there. So they weren't there to fix their tire. You assume they're no, Scooby Doo, you bigot. You assume their skin color when I said illegal. You did that. That was in the assumption of your question. No, I'd have been killed. You're right, Roast. There would have been a completely different outcome. I would have been killed. Guns save lives. Always have. Always have. No bad guy has ever been stopped without a gun being involved. And most pepper spray. I would have called. I did call the police. I called the police and said, "You need to get your butt over here really quick. I'm about to shoot somebody." Get a social worker. the I will tell. I'll tell you. My family helps with the kids that uh, are in the hard homes, the drug homes, and we do the CASA kids is what they're called out here, and no social worker can walk into those neighborhoods. The we're a little rough and burly, and we can walk in there and help those people out. You don't know what you're talking about again. Defund the police. the hey, I'll tell. Okay, here's the liberals. Okay, so you want to get into the politics of this stuff? Let's get into the politics of a policy that I want to put forward. All right. So I have been pushing to restore the Constitution, restoration of the constitutional government, where the sheriff is the policing power. That would mean 3,000 elections for law enforcement, and I believe that every sheriff should be hiring, not electing, their district attorneys. So if you're not getting your crime in your county taken care of the way you want it to, all you have to do is vote locally, not nationally. So you don't have to shove it down everybody's throats. The sheriff has more power than the federal law enforcement. And so we need to get back to undoing what the progressives did in the 1930s, which is take over law enforcement, and then we have this constant national argument about law enforcement. It should be a local issue. Every single county is different in the country. So if we go to a national elected law enforcement, we take all that federal money and shove it back into the sheriff system, repopulate the numbers, because sheriffs, are terrible. So let me go through. Okay, since you didn't provide that info until now, what info? Let's not forget. What's Scooby-Doo talking about here? Hold on. I'm missing something. All of a sudden, it makes you able to be in the right and laugh at me, continue to ask what campaign I work for. Maybe I understand. Were they illegal aliens? Yes. Why? So why question my assessment? I'm automatically a liar if you're offended by the statement. So Scooby-Doo, you're once again turning around and asking a question that assumes that I'm a liar because I don't agree with you, and therefore you can call me a bigot. You've just did it again. It doesn't matter the color. The assumption is that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or I didn't know what I did. I'm a liar because the political outcome is not what you want it to be. You can't You can't think that way and call yourself open-minded. That's for sure. Uh, Neither party says they think that way. It damn sure isn't the conservative way of thinking. The info that you held a gun to his head said he was illegal, so much more. You originally only said, I almost been carjacked. Well, no. Yeah, I almost got carjacked. They didn't succeed. Had I not had a gun, they'd have succeeded. I don't know how to. You're talking about criminals trying to rob somebody who was a bounty hunter. It was stupid. Uh, the And when there's more than one, and since I'm crippled up now, the force actually has to get a lot more aggressive than it used to be. So you need to understand that. So I'm in a same situation as any elderly person would be. Like all those videos on TV where they drive by with a scooter and steal purses and drag the elderly people like 20 feet. But that's not happening. They're Venezuelans. They're illegals. They're illegals now. They're not going to be, by the end of the year. And I would bet you anything that before Biden gets thrown his ass out, they're going to turn around and put some blame on him to make every one of them an amnesty thing so they can vote. But I have a feeling you're going to find that while a lot of criminals came in this country illegally, you're going to find a lot of conservatives. Those hard-working people are not Democrats. You don't know as many illegals as I know. I can tell you right now, most illegals that I know are not liberals. They do not believe what you believe. They think most people outside this country think the liberalism in this country is just stupid. How is this going over your head? It's not going over my head. I'm telling you. You are labeling. You've Scooby. You can't hear yourself. You're stuck in the narrative you're trying to shove of what I am, and you're circling over and over in the narrative. You can't. You got to get yourself out of it. Nobody's as far left as Scooby Doo. He is trying to tell me what I am, and then argue against that. He wants to put words in my mouths and thoughts in my heads, and then tell me how wrong I am for having them. But they don't exist. So he's up against somebody who's well into the troll world. That's one of the reasons I got so deep into the gaming, was so I could argue. I could learn to argue with 20-year-olds who've been lied to. All right. First of all, the migrants aren't necessarily criminals. Some of them are here wanting a safer home. There's a process for that, and it ain't getting on a train. And they don't have to cross a river. They can go to the bridge and check in. There's an entire process for that. And the law says that when you come from a country that does not border ours, they have to check in with the country they're in. So they should have gone to Mexico. When they're fleeing Nicaragua because of violence, and there's violence in Nicaragua, they should have gone to Mexico. Or actually, what border is it? Was it Portugal? Don't get me into the map down South America. I never remember their names. But they shouldn't be here. And under Trump, they weren't here because Trump followed the law. That's your problem. He's going to follow the law. And while the Democrats had all three houses 2 times in the last 10 years, they never once changed the law. Wade man. Okay. Why support freedom and democracy if we don't let migrants in? We do let migrants in. 2 million a year legally. You're coming from the assumption of a lie. We can't police the world, but we can do what? Do you know that in California, the valley that they're not allowed to grow food in California, due to the silvery minnow, back in the 70s, when China wanted to be a steel mogul back in the early 70s. People running around with what's his name's face on their chest on their shirt. Not Ho Chi Minh. Uh, who was the big Chinese set tyrant back in the 70s? Anyway, he wanted to be a steel mogul. So he had people drive all over the country, and they had the farmers throw their plows and their forks and their shovels, everything in. I don't know, Wade, but it's again, that's the hole in my head problem. Uh, no, none of those sound right. As soon as I hear it, I'm gonna say yes, but that's not it. So they went around, and 50 million people were starving because they couldn't grow food. And that's where the phrase "only Nixon could go to China," because Nixon hated the Chinese, absolutely hated them. But Nixon went to China, and we fed 50 million people in China for 3 years out of one valley in California. That valley is so rich, such rich soil, it grows so fast, and the climate is so good for growing food. It's now illegal to grow food there thanks to leftists like you. I am liberal. I want to grow food, and I want to grow food in farmland. Leftists don't. They want to save the silvery minnow that can grow in any stream on the planet. It's not truly endangered. The that particular stream is not the only thing that keeps it alive. They'll grow in any stream. They'll grow so fast you can use them as bait to fish with. Climate changes every 50 years in a 50-year cycle. What do you think, that when you come home at night and you turn off your car, that's why it gets cold and dark outside? The sun expand. We are at the peak of a 50-year sun expansion right now. Or no, next year is its largest growth cycle. The sun breathes in and out, and next year is its peak, and then we're going to go heading back. So in 50 years, you guys are going to be turning around talking about the ice age is coming, because that's what we did 50 years ago. We had these horrible winter storms, which just been, it's going to continue to get warmer and warmer every year for 50 years. But one volcano in South America puts out more greenhouse gases than everything else on the planet combined. It does it in one day versus us over a course of a year. It's not how the atmosphere works. And for some of the denied history, humans may have been around for 60,000 to 100,000 years, and because of climate change over and over again, there may have been some really, really rough times that disconnected us from history. But it happens depending. So if I pay my taxes, the carbon goes away. What program takes the carbon out of the atmosphere? What stops the volcano from spewing the stuff from South America? If I pay my taxes. So the solution to every liberal problem is, as long as we get every dollar you ever make, the problem will go away. That was the solution to healthcare, right? More taxes. That's what Obamacare is. There's no mention of the word healthcare in the Obamacare. It is 2,000 pages of taxes. No, you're wrong on that, Scooby Doo. The amount of car emissions, everything else, we are cleaner now than we were 50 years ago. That has improved with fuel injection and computerization of internal engines. It's greatly improved. What's funny is you guys really go after diesels, and a diesel puts out less greenhouse gas than a Honda Civic. The just because of the nature of the high compression of the engine. You guys don't even understand basic engineering. The Get out of people's way, Roast. Why can't I solve these problems with my money? You know what? You all run into politics. Edison Motors. I'm gonna turn. Hold on. I'm gonna find Edison Motors for you. You guys are about to learn why the government's a piece of shit at doing anything. They don't make anything. This guy's got some great. Is that them? That's them. Here we go. Out of Canada. Just shut Elon Musk down, man. Uh, Live streaming. There we go. I'm gonna turn around, post that, paste, dink, dink. Oh, I'll go back here. Oops. Replace pin message. All right, so that's pinned up the top. Why can't government just take all your money and do the right things? Because then they're worried about money. You're worried about money. They're worried about money. It's all about the budget. It's always about the budget. I am a veteran in the VA system. If all cars had less carbon emissions, well, everybody's heading that way anyway. What do you think that a business owner wants? Okay, so I owned a speed shop, Wade. I tuned 1-ton diesel trucks that got 8 miles per gallon. And when I got done tuning them, they got 25 to 30 miles per gallon. What I did was against the law. I'm a EPA criminal. Why do you want trucks to get lower? You got to remember, the government taxes per gallon. They want more gallons burned. Why is the government not good for this? Because the government's goals are more money. They are not less emissions. Right now, a diesel engine has to produce less carbon emissions than what it sucks in the air in the intake. They actually have to clean the air, and they're successfully doing it. Uh, yeah, I don't see a lot of San Francisco freaking transvestites signing up to be in the military. Offering them day one free surgery, and then they leave the military. No one's actually ever deployed. The ones that signed up. Being racist at the bar. GunMuse floating around being racist at the bar. We know the agenda. Oh, really? I'd love to see that video. Could you share that video with me? I haven't been to a bar in 20 years. Is he just making stuff up? Am I a threat to somebody again? I love being a threat. The military perpetuates racist policies which bleed into the country weaker. Again, oh my gosh, racist policies. What racist policies? I don't remember any racist policies while I was in the military. It was from 2000. It was from 2004. What's he saying? I don't know. Did he pop a blood vessel? Do we need to call a medic? Maybe I can get you guys a Groupon for a psychiatrist. Yeah. Go down to the mall, sit around, sing Kumbaya. Yeah. Say things are racist because they're not my way. Oh, don't let them take you down the rabbit hole, unlawful. This is I'm rabbit hunting here. The hold on. Man, I need to pop this out so I can make this bigger on the screen. Uh, do, 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 do. Can I pop this out and make this bigger on the screen? I don't know. Yeah, it's titled Racist White Male from Rich Background and Family Roots is Blatantly Racist at Biker Bar. See, they didn't understand. I'm not Googling that. The that's some clickbait there. I wouldn't Google any of that, guys. The I almost want to see what he's trying to put onto my name, but no. Yeah, 2004 I had 26 million people coming to my site. And for those that are new around here, I am the center point for what became Swift boating way back when because I built search engines before Google did. Uh, Information got out before Associated Press shut down in 2008. 2008, you lost your rights, you lost your freedoms. I hate to tell everybody they're gone. The Associated Press locked everything down, and then in the killing blow happened in 2016 when Obama gave up ICANN. Not having control of ICANN, we don't have any control of information anymore. You can't trust the internet. But the car robbery is that gun violence is a public health crisis. Really? How about some statistics to go with that roast? Do you know that if you are shot with a gun, there is a 13% chance you're going to die? Statistically, since we want to talk statistics. If you are stabbed with a knife, there is a 31% chance you're going to die. If you are beaten with a baseball bat, it goes into the 42 to 47% that you're going to die. I'd rather be shot with a gun than live in your world. Violence is violence. There's a ton of videos you can go pull up of people going out on stabbing sprees on the high-speed rails and chains over in China, right? They get like 100 people stabbed before they knock them down. Then we can talk about, since you guys are in college, how about when they go to Florida? Do you know on average 20,000 women are raped while on spring break in Florida every year? It's a huge number. It's a number nobody wants to talk about. And I promise you, armed women make for polite men. The narrative changes. That's at the end of the day, their roast. The FBI stopped collecting gun statistics after the year 2001, and private companies started putting out bullshit. After Y2K, the government stopped collecting its own gun certificates for the public because they were going in the wrong direction for an anti-gun movement. More guns was a safer society. than in 44 countries combined. Which 44 countries? I'll bet one of them wasn't Mexico. I'll bet you one of them wasn't Venezuela. I thought all these people were fleeing violence in their countries, coming to America. Wasn't it just a few minutes ago everybody was fleeing their country? I got to get something to drink. We've been on here for a while. Do some texting. We'll get some. Right there, a few minutes ago, they were all fleeing. They were all fleeing this horrible situation of violence coming to America. Now they're in the worst violence that's ever been lived. Just the worst violence that's ever been lived. Hold on here. Let's hear from. You will love this. Okay, so we got that thing, and have I got my team speak in here? Maybe. Let's open that up. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do right now. I love free speech. I have a TeamSpeak server. If you guys want to come on here and
channel switched. Channel switched.
Channel switched. I don't think I. Oh, maybe I need to turn it up. You guys can use your voices. We need to close the border, lower taxes, bring power to the states, audit the intelligence communities, negotiate. Roast. That's all true. And I'll tell you where we start that. Elected law enforcement. You've got to get back to what the Constitution was built. Those guys were brilliant when they built the Constitution. You know, the Constitution did not say life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness originally. It said life, liberty, and property. And they took out the property because they wanted to, the guys that wrote it wanted to end slavery. The racist white males. Okay, so 9 out of 10 slaves in 1776 were Irish, not black. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about again, Roast. You can't rewrite history and then bitch about it. And the men who wrote the Constitution, who signed the Declaration of Independence, were fleeing for their fucking lives the minute they signed it. Their families were murdered and raped. All their wealth was lost. Maybe learn a little bit about the men who signed it before you start bitching about them. You don't know shit. You're watching too many movies. Yeah. White slaves. They were $1. You could buy an Irishman for $1. That's why they were still telling jokes in the, what's that movie? Blazing Saddles. We'll give some land to the black and the Chinks, but not the Irish. That's why they're still telling Irish jokes. That's why they thought John F. Kennedy would never be elected. The country was still anti-Irish. They had been since, you know, England took all the stuff. No, that's not what's going on. You can't take a bunch of people with a specific political view and give them the power to spawn it, it becomes propaganda. You know, when, what's it called? The McCarthy hearings took place, to go out and find all the uh, communists. The funny thing is, they found communists. Russia was sitting right there in the White House, right next to frickin' Roosevelt. I haven't seen a whole lot of movies portray that. Joe Kennedy couldn't run for president because he got caught conspiring with the Germans. That just now was allowed to be put in a history book. You're seeing a microcosm. So 12 years a slave. In 12 years a slave, was that America or was that the Dutch? Because the Dutch ran the slave trade. You know, watch Tyrus on TV. You know, he's the WWE wrestler. He's a political commentator on Fox News. He'll tell you right there, I hate the Dutch. The Dutch is what sold his family, not Americans. Slavery is what slavery is. It's what it's always been. There are still open slave markets in Africa today, in the Sudan. They walk people across the block and they bid on them. I don't think Gutfeld is telling Tyrus what to think. The Tyrus is kind of cancel proof. Is how the black community protests the racist cops in their communities by uniting. How about we just let them vote on their own law enforcement? Like I said, Wade, problem solved. You want a fucking war, Wade. You need chaos. You are a shitbag of a human being trying to present chaos as a fact. Obama couldn't get his race war, so Biden's going to start one. Fuck off. Sold each other. Well, that's true, unlawful. The number one slave owner in Mississippi during the Civil War had the property right next door to General Lee, the largest slave owner in that state. And it was a black man, because black men could own property. There's just a bunch of lies. Have you watched the Free State of Jones, Wade, instead of 12 Years a Slave? Do you know who created the NAACP? Oh my God, it was the Republican Party. They can't even speak there now. Again, want to talk about whitewashing history, whitewashing people. That's what's going on. But see, welfare is slavery. So slavery hadn't gone away anywhere. They say, hey, the Democrats had all them slaves back when. Now we got government taxes coming in to pay for welfare, and they better keep voting Democrat or I'll take their welfare away. I'll make sure that they don't become counted people after 18 months. They don't exist no more. And then I'll tell everybody how unemployment doesn't exist, even though millions of people are missing from the employment rolls. And they didn't die from COVID. Couldn't walk a mile in your shoes. How tiny are your feet? Can I just go barefoot, man? I did when I was poor and a kid. Of course, I grew up on a farm raising pigs. Wade, man, they, her, correct. Well, I know you guys play around in teams. You still haven't told me what campaign you guys are trying to work for. You're just out there trying to create chaos. Oh, I forgot. You're in the LGBTQ. Well, Wade, you do come up at a lot of meetings. We keep saying, we're going to have to get that guy, Wade. You know, Hi, sailor, need a lift. The voice kind of triggers us. You never know how that's going to work. Hold on. Did I hear my thing go off? Nope. The How's he control Trump? You don't know how yet. If the left can't control him by threatening to throw him in jail, how the fuck is Putin controlling him? I've already seen Trump kick the shit out of a whole bunch of communists called the Democratic Party. I don't think he's worried about Putin. There's an army going to stand between Putin and Trump. I think we need to eliminate most pharmaceuticals. I'm an anti-pill guy. I didn't know until recently when I had the Bluetooth chip inserted in my spine. They also did a genetic test to see what drugs worked and what drugs didn't work. And apparently I'm immune to most drugs. I always thought I just didn't like them. They didn't work. So I never got high. What will that get him? If you say bad things about Putin, will Putin cry in his corner? You don't understand that kind of a man. That's your problem, Rose. You think if a bad word's going to stop him from doing what he wants to do? Putin needs the Ukraine because he needs the ability to get oil to a warm water port. Say those words over and over again in your college class. Until Putin gets a warm water port, and that means marching over a whole crap load of European countries, he's not going to stop what he's doing. End of story. That's all there is to it. He needs a warm water port. He tried to get through Syria, and Trump blew him up. So then he changed tactics to try and go through the Ukraine. And he wants to get control of that nuclear plant in Ukraine, which he's had temporarily for a little bit. That nuclear plant feeds a lot of Europe. Of course, the last nuclear plant they ran right there in the Ukraine was Chernobyl. Efforts to address climate change, global inequality. Hey, Roast, you're talking on a computer that's beaming information to space. I think you're way above the average. I don't want to hear nothing about global equality from a leftist who's got technology in their hand. Probably got an iPhone, too. Hypocrite. If we actually taught LGBTQ classes in elementary school, there would be much less bullying, and we would actually understand why people make trans decisions. Okay, let's dig into that crap. Wade, did bullying exist before trans was in school? The answer is going to be yes, just so you know. No one has ever been able to stop bullying. I'll tell you where bullying didn't take place. It didn't take place in my school. I went to a Mennonite school. I never saw that. I also never saw the word lazy be used because it didn't exist. And I think those two things go together. When people have effective things to do with their hands, They have to have help from those around them. Much better society. How about you go become a Mennonite? Oh, I don't know what their views on trans are. I think you just can't have buttons on your dress. Are you woman going man? Are you the add a dick to me or cut a dick off to me? Oh man, girls are vicious. The confirming myself. I actually don't know what that means. I'm a little ignorant on that one, Wade. I don't care what you do. It doesn't affect me. So I'm in the. We're not going to the same bars. It has no effect on me. I don't care. But you get into the public and you start trying to push an agenda on people. That's when I care because the public forum is the public forum. This is a public forum. I'm allowing it. But at the end of the day, you're not going to convert anybody to trans. Spouting your views about it. But you're not going to talk anybody out of it. And my views on like the gay is it's either biological or it's not. If it's biological, then there's nothing they can do. Then there's nothing a gay person can do about it because they are what they are. If it's a decision, then it's your decision, and First Amendment says you can do whatever the hell you want. The complaints about it are gone both ways. But at the end of the day, legally, trying to get gay marriage into the system had a legal issue that comes down that no one talks about, which is gay divorce. Because 150 years ago, we determined a woman to be unequal to a man when Democrats ran the country. And they gave the power of a judge to take half his shit and give it to her. Seize property without a conviction. It says in the Constitution you can't take somebody's property without a conviction. It's not a crime to get divorced. There will be a Supreme Court case that comes along where two gay men are getting divorced, and the gay guy that's richer is going to say, Your Honor, he's not unequal to me. You can't take half my shit and give it to him. All right? And that's going to head its way up to the Supreme Court. And the goal at that point is to give all judges the power over property without a conviction. And that, again, gets right back into the leftist view. Having property in this country is bad for other countries. Hold on, I gotta see what. Don't be arguing here. You guys go. Bo's bullying. Okay. I hope you understand there's a legal issue here that's gonna take rights from everybody, and having 1% or 0.5% of the population destroy the Constitution because they think it's racist or sexist or whatever they want to call it, but property rights are property rights. It doesn't matter. It doesn't say what sex you can be or what sex you can't be. All the prisons, replace them with community run. Do I think that? Justice circles where offenders learn the power of love and compassion. I think we ought to take people who tag a wall and strap them to a pipe in the middle of the street and beat them with a cane like they do in Singapore. Apparently, it makes for a cleaner environment. Isn't that what you wanted, was a cleaner environment? Caning people does that. Of course, racist white male doesn't care for what I believe in. This is why do I have to care? This is like again, your view, only view. How about we teach deconstructed thought, the ability to break down information. Like, did the Indians get here by crossing an ice bridge across Alaska? No, human beings did not walk in 90 below degree freezing temperatures over to this land. And common sense will tell you that. The unlawful, I said confirming myself. I don't know what confirming myself means. You have to explain that way, probably to all of us. You keep saying racist white man, but race has not. Yeah, well, he's. You gotta understand. It's like me saying yonk to unlawful. It's a way of speaking when you get in college. Everything when you're losing any comment, he shouldn't even be losing this. He should come to the understanding that no one's trying to take anything from him. Him and me have the exact same rights under the Constitution. No one's given him. I don't want anybody giving him anything. Get right down to it. I'm being oppressed, therefore I need more than other citizens. I'm going to fight that. The minute you want more because of a choice, that's your problem, not mine. You think it should abolish all prisons? Wait a minute. Barbaric. Welcome to the world. You have no clue. You keep talking about have you visited the world, but you haven't opened your eyes. You know, an African American, as you call them, we used to have to train them when we went into Africa. They're not welcome there. They were a defeated tribe that was sold to the Dutch, and it was promised they would never touch African soil again. And to this day, they're that tribal that they will kill Americans for showing up there. You don't know shit about tribalism or barbarism. You guys want to live in a world that it will never exist because I don't think human nature works that way. Fit and does. I'll stop now. But saying he is racist when I'm a so. Joy him doesn't fit into it. Well, here's the funny thing, unlawful. They had my streaming partner, Chigger, young black man. I just spent $12,000 on him to get his stream up and going. He's right now he won an award. He's in Washington receiving his award for the next 4 days. So he's going to cut some videos and stuff for that when we get back. Yeah, they can keep saying I'm racist all they want, but then next week when everybody comes to the stream to see the racist guy, they're going to have to talk to the black man too. Skin color doesn't change the world around me. Danger is danger. Whether it's white people on meth, they're dangerous. You know, for having the courage to be yourself. I don't know. You two are collaborators here. Hold on, it moved on me. Man, I'm tired. Texas dad's around. He's trying to be someone else, feel more comfortable. I don't know what you guys, like I said, we could get you a group on for a support group. That looks like what you're wanting. You're wanting people to validate you. If you can't validate yourself, you're in trouble. That's all there is to it. Doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter what you do. What you do doesn't affect me. I don't have to care. It shouldn't matter if I care. If it matters that I care, I'm a random stranger on the internet, you've got some emotional issues you've got to address. Don't care if I care. Don't subscribe, don't unsubscribe, don't get upset about it. It should not matter. I'm not trying to make you think what I'm thinking, but I don't like the ignorance holes. The racist remarks like myself. Really? I've been called a racist 15 times on this freaking feed. The I don't understand struggle. Really? You know, when I was 4, we lived in a tent. The matter of fact, we were so damn poor when I was a kid. It was unbelievable. Of course, I didn't understand what poor meant till now. You keep thinking this is, because I got toys these days. I got toys because I'm also brilliant. I was working on computers in 1986. They weren't in people's homes until 2005. This is, but I also learned life with books to learn from, and not the new modern books. Like I said, you have been disconnected from the history and struggle of this country. You don't want to believe it existed. You keep calling the founders racist. You don't even understand. They gave up everything to fight for a right that you don't even think you have. It doesn't matter if somebody calls you names. I will guarantee you're putting yourself in a situation to draw that kind of attention. Trump's a racist. Trump's as close to a founder of this country as the original founders as anybody who's ever come up in years. And Mr. Vance was my number one choice for VP. I damn sure don't want the guy from Florida. I hate fucking what's his name. I do not like him. I think he's a weasel. White privilege. When do I get some of that privilege? So I live in a community that is 70% Hispanic, 8% black. What privilege do you think I'm getting here? DeSantis, yeah, I don't like DeSantis at all. He's a liar. The fact that Florida turned around was due to the fact that Trump needed Hillary shut down, and they cleaned up the voting rolls. Now you can track your ballot in Florida. And all of a sudden, once you could track your ballot when it went in the mail in Florida, all of a sudden the conservatives that were there could be seen. The illegals that were, the 250,000 illegals got cleaned off the rolls that Hillary signed up. And you can bet your ass Trump's going to have a swamp vote this time. And when he does, and he winds up with a Congress, your only hope in Congress is a bunch of Republicans who are really Democrats and snuck their way through. Otherwise, we're going to get voting laws throughout the country. White males to rush the Capitol with violence. Did he? Did he really? Because the only person who got shot that day was a woman, a veteran, who was shot by the Capitol Police in the face while no one else got hurt. The 5 officers who supposedly died, one of them died in April from a heart attack. It was all bullshit. When they finally released the video, did you watch any of it? Did you watch the guy running around in the damn buffalo hat who was being led around by the police officer who was unlocking doors for him? Oh my. Losing a landslide. Oh, I'm not wealthier now. It's costing me a fortune to eat. I don't know what you're doing. Who's giving you money? Were you a trust fund baby? Is the savings interest really kicking up? Oh, he's just a troll. Yeah, I know. I've known they're trolls. This is fun for me, unlawful. I knew they were trolls the minute they started talking. This ain't my first go around. This is practice. I've been 2 years out of practice. I went blind. I couldn't do this stuff for 2 years. I was just wondering and I got the two strokes I had. It's kind of hard to pull up information like you. That's why I keep missing words. I received Social. Well, I'm glad you received Social Security checks, Roast, because the government took so long for the VA to finally get my stuff done that the Social Security Department said that I no longer qualify for Social Security because the VA took more than 10 years to determine that my back was broke. I'm glad you get Social Security, but I, who spent 5 tours in combat, I don't. Don't tell me about your oppression, Roast. The leftist government's oppressing me on a regular basis. Hello from Russia. Morgan, how you doing this morning, man? I got some crap going on here. How is it going over in Russia? I'm being polite to the Russians this morning because they got stuff on me. They know where my money's hidden. They know where the bodies are. We have had so much fun fighting the Russians over the years in Gun and Glory. Russians are always a lot of fun. Yes, I do. Discord server. Hold on. I hope you looked up that. Oh my gosh. Man, you're all on Twitch. Hold on. I never was. Twitch.GunMuse. Let me grab my Discord server, put that stuff up in there. I wasn't paying. Hold on. I can't even log into Twitch right now. They're not sending me. I hadn't logged in so long because I was blind. Then they're not sending me my code for my phone so that I can log into my account. Let me see. Discord. I don't really talk in Discord much. Really, we're going to have the TeamSpeak. The TeamSpeak is going to be our big thing. We're going to do more chatting in the TeamSpeak because the new TeamSpeak 5 has a pretty good chat box, and I got a really big server I paid for on the TeamSpeak because there we can have people with computers can use their voice. People using TeamSpeak on the phone. TeamSpeak is free if you download it with the PC. It costs $1.99. It used to be 99 cents. Biden inflation and all. Idle tools. Hold on. How do I share this? What time is it in England right now? Man, Drew should be awake. I want Drew in here. I want my racist Georgian in here. He's in England. Drew moved over to England. He's got a new PC built. I'm going to wake his ass up, I swear. Hurry, Russians are here. I'm texting. All right, let's do that. And then I know there's a button up here to share the server. Where's that button? Server boost, invite people. Here we go. That ain't what I want to do. Server settings, create channel, create category. I don't even know how to work the stuff I own here, guys. I pay $60 a month for this Discord server. Have for years. And I don't know how to work squat. Not server boost. Oh. Wow. I let the boost run out because I changed the credit card. All right. I'll put some more boosts in there. Invite people. Hidden. Use the copy button. All right. Why is it hidden? Use the copy button. Oh. Here we go. And then we got. See, I can't send that to Twitch. I can put it there I can put it in the YouTube. And then, oops, not what I want to do. And replace pin message. Okay, so it's pinned to the top of YouTube right now. Let me give, oh my gosh, I opened up so many windows. Hold on, I got to catch up on you guys. Morgan from Russia. You meddled in our elections. Morgan didn't do it. I've been trying to tell them, Morgan. They don't know shit about Russians. I don't believe half the shit they say about them. I know when they turned around and started throwing you young people in freaking back of trucks to make you warriors, like, oh, enough of that crap. I wish I could marry Putin, but I don't think he would like an Arab girl. Randy Cartman. What do we? To be honest, I would really like to see our countries together against China. That's gonna happen, Morgan. I'll tell you how that's gonna. Like I was trying to explain to them that Russia doesn't have a warm water port, and Russia's only outlet for oil being to China is kind of a stranglehold on Russia. They don't understand. And right now, your guys' economy is pretty secure because of the amount of gold you guys have. You're more secure, stable. Biden fucked us with the spending. It's just absolutely fucked us. The Trump may make it better, but I don't know how the hell. I really don't know how the hell he's going to dig us out of the hole they put us in. It's a big hole. Read it from the stream? Yeah, okay. Oh, read it from the stream, yeah. Yeah, I did put it in the stream. Yep, there you go. Yeah, just read it from the stream. I didn't do this for sure. Saudi Arabia and Russia are really close. Putin loves the prince. There's a lot of Russian hookers in Saudi Arabia when I was there. Most of the talent is from Russia. Gotta pay to take the businessmen out to them kind of things. Yeah, I've been to Saudi Arabia many times. Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait. The Rehab? Lebanon? I got lots of friends from Lebanon. Matter of fact, me and the wife went and ate from they call it a Mediterranean restaurant, but it was a Lebanese restaurant. It was delicious. We did that. Let's do that tonight. Yeah, I got some in the fridge. I got leftovers. That we were friends with China, but they treat us like yeah. I understand that, Morgan. I know exactly what the Italy has been taken over by freaking China. If you get something that says made in Italy, it's made by a Chinese person. That's why we're talking about the COVID. The COVID started there. Was the They thought they were gonna they thought COVID would take out more people than it did, and they would flood more workers in to replace the lost workers through killing. COVID was an attempted attack to reduce world population. It just didn't work. The human immune system's too good, especially children. A lot of the children who got exposed to COVID created the antivirals that we get, because children are like immune to like everything. Their immune system is like supercharged compared to adults. Yeah. Man, every time we had to fight the Russians, we always got those Russians inside the Guns of Glory thing that were, that they used nationalism, you got to attack all them because they're going to attack us just simply because of Russians. But we had fun with it because Arkin, who died, none of you guys probably remember Arkin. He used to be on the old stream. He was a hockey coach and was part of the gaming stream here. And he and his his Kraskovsky, he's Russian background. But he went in there and would get to high levels inside the Russian alliances and stuff as our spy. It was always a lot of fun. The oh, did I hear this beep? Oh my gosh. No creep. We got to bounce. You guys kind of petered off. So where are you guys out? What do we? Hold on. I want to look at the Twitch. What are you guys doing on Twitch over here? You guys are. Man, I got gifts to give away on Twitch. If you guys got any free subs on Twitch, I'd appreciate it. I don't keep that money. That money winds up in charity buckets. Just so you know. I spend way more on this than I'll ever make back. This is just for fun. And then we're gonna have the unionized gaming that's coming along. We're gonna have a bunch of people working together to teach the games. So I'm gonna go on. They're gonna be games that I've never used, and then I'm gonna be the new guy, and we're gonna have live me asking questions, how tos. I still don't know what it means, unlawful. I have no news. I don't know what confirming means. The generalist unicorn. I don't know what confirming means either. There's always a new word, right? And what's funny is when you drill down, it's always you can sub. Are there sanctions against subbing, Morgan? The last big push I did for Guns of Glory through Huawei, Trump had a boycott against Huawei, and they had to pay me through 7-Eleven, and then they still stiffed me for a couple $100,000. The animations. Let's see if I can log in. Man, it'd be nice if I could log into Twitch. Support you guys. PIN number. Google Chrome is trying to fill your password. Oh, that's fine. Oops, that's not right. Enter your SMS code. I never get this. Holy crap, I got the SMS code. Hey, look at that, guys. I'm going to be able to help you out on Twitch now. I think because I let the account die for so long, they just kind of put it in abandonment mode. Hey, looky there. And paste. There you go. You guys can go in there, and even you leftist LGBTQ confirming, you're welcome in there. Go in there and argue with everybody. They're happy to argue with you. You can turn around and think that they're being mean and racist to you when they're just trying to have fun. So, hold on here. Where is unlawful? How do I do this? Gift a subscription. Wait a minute. Am I just giving a subscription to myself? Pay the $5.99. Gift into GunMuse. Your receipt will say sent to. Hold on. I should show you what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. So here's. And then let me. So here's my stream. Oh, that's just a mess for you guys to look at. Holy crap. Let me get rid of that. Down the rabbit hole looking here. It's really dangerous to send money to unfriendly countries. What you're officially called here. Oh. Hey, the rule of thumb when I've been to Russia. What's the name? I know that people would come back without their pants on because Russians love blue jeans. And they would sell their pants and walk back in their damn boxers back to the ship. Yeah, back in the day. The 4-year time, I'm betting, Morgan. That's back in the early 90s. Back when Hong Kong didn't belong to China anymore. We could go to Hong Kong and have a blast. Okay, so I'm in the chat at least. To GunMuse community. So here's the thing. How do I turn around? Unlawful, I'm trying to give you a sub. There we go. Well, here's the question. Why can't... Where's the subs that I gifted myself? Why am I paying for this a second time? All right, all done. All right, so now you're a sub. There we go. Something we'll do from time to time. I got to get back in here. I hadn't been in here. Chigger knows more about this than I do. Creep knows a lot more about this than I do. I bought bits, but they left. I had some good ones. Oh, those guys left. Oh man, the I should have gifted them a sub, right? The where'd you go? What city from the Randy? You gotta excuse me. I have a problem with proper names since I had a couple strokes. So you're talking about 30 some odd years ago. I have problems. I can see it in my head and I can't spit it out my mouth. Uh, the It was a compound for Americans. Hold on. Let's see if I can Google it up and refresh my memory here. I want to say Rehab, and that's got to be right, is it? Yeah, Riad. It's a compound, Riad. When I got out of the military, I was forbidden to travel Saudi Arabia for 10 years due to high probability of kidnapping. The Figure that one out. I bought bits. Man, I didn't know so many people. Man, I don't like Twitch. You know, Twitch being Chinese owned. I didn't like what they did when they took over this thing from when World of Warcraft. This used to be a little system. Got some whispers here. What do we got? What do we got from whispers? Well, hello. What do we got? There's that. I don't know what. See you. Hold on, I'm going through the whispers here. And London, please. I think these are spam whispers. Everybody has the same see you. April Kitty Cat. Oh well, always raid small streamers. I guess that's me on Twitch. Oh, this is way back when. She raided me back when we were doing Guns of Glory stuff. This is a long time ago. I'm years behind on some of this stuff. Space Baby 3000. That's creep. And all he said was nipplehead. All right. I don't even understand what the bits do. I know they do something. What do bits do? I don't know. Cookies and advertising choice. I have my ads set to 0 once upon a time. I didn't want any ads on the stream, and I don't think you can do that anymore. I think everybody gets ads. I don't like that. Well, what do we got here? That's not what. Drew sent me a Snapchat. Okay. So he's on Snap. Not talking to me on messages. What the hell? Communications. Another program I don't like called Snapchat. All right. Nice. What's that mean? What's this a picture of? Oh. Man, I should put this up there. He's digging in his PC. It looked like a little nuclear bomb went off in the thing. It just big old nuclear. The you get on? I hate to see that. The I'm told the things you can do on there. I don't know what all you can do. Like I said, I gotta wait for Chigger to teach me. Chigger and Drew know more about the Twitch. They claim they're doing well with it. Uh, at the end of the day, I built up the independent website. I had 45,000 people in the independent website, and then when I went blind, I just had to abandon everything. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't keep up with anything. I had no clue what was going on because I just couldn't see. Uh, the so that was rough. The I'd rather lose limbs than lose eyesight again. That's how rough going blind is at my age. But the funny thing is, I went from completely blind to I now have 20/20 in my left eye. I'm 20/30 in my right eye, but my brain won't register it. I can close my left eye and see out my right, but the you can shine a light in my right eye if my left eye is open and won't even see the light. Just the brain's just decided not to see it, not to look at it. Do 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 do. All right. Well, what? It's 5:30 on the East Coast. I ought to text freaking Chigger right now since he's in Washington. Yeah. What are you doing there, Unlawful? I don't understand what you got. Some hearts, some pepper. I don't know. I don't know what all this stuff means. The for you follow channels. Brit cosplay. Is she on? She might be on. Oh, she's on right now. Look at that. The she's always fun, especially around Halloween. She gets some boobalicious costumes going. No man's gonna compete with the blonde with the big tits on freaking Twitter. That's just on Twitch. That's all there is to it. The the do. So hold it. Resubscribe. I was subscribed to her. So if you own what is it? Amazon Prime, if you got that, you can do you can get. Hold on. I'm going to turn around. Give 5 subs to spin the wheel of pain. How do I do that? I don't know what. Holy crap, I can't see nothing, do nothing. Oh, I can't even hear. I got so much stuff messed up in my streaming software. I'm betting that when she goes out and goes clothes shopping, though, it's one of those deals of, is that see-through enough? Yeah. Is that see-through enough? I don't know. Let's see, hold on. I only got 2 of you on the Twitch now, or Twitter now, Twitch. You heard her? I didn't hear her. Oh. I don't hear her. Audio output capture. I would imagine I don't hear because this ain't set up right. Oops. Sound settings. Of course, I don't see that. So if I do that right now, you can hear it. Hold on. That should tell me something's doing that. Okay, I got the monitor off. Monitor. And output. Output capture headset. That ain't right. Monitor off. Alright, so I should be able to add a source. Audio output capture. Add source. Source. I'm going to screw something up and blow everybody's ears out. Remove that. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, I subbed you. Well, I'm wondering why I can't hear her. That's bugging me. Oh, you know what? How much? There it is. Up at the top here, it's memory usage. I got 128 gigs of freaking RAM in this thing, so that's not a problem. Pin, unmute this site. There we go. I have that site muted so that I didn't have looping from my when I went and looked at my site. All right. So gifts file. All right. All right. I don't. I don't think, but I haven't. I haven't put in the custom emotes. I haven't done the work. Uh, yeah, I haven't put in the custom emotes for the work. Okay, here's a question. Can you hear her now? Hold on. Only me. How about now? You're supposed to be able to hear everything that's in my ears. Negative. This is. I've been having grief this morning. I had this thing Oh, wait a minute. That's something different. So, oi, 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 oi. All right. I'm going to add a source. Video capture, audio capture. I need to. You know what? I'm going to do just a window capture. Add source. Window is going to be that one. There we go. There we are. Now you should be able to hear. Beep, 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 beep. All right. So, oh man, I don't know how to. I think I'm just not thinking clear here. TeamSpeak background. All right. What game is she playing? All right. So can't do that. Not doing that. But let's get back to GunMuse. All right. Now I'm hearing. I'm hearing a. Mute this side again. So I can't do that in the loop. Reload player. All right. Only got you on there, man. What I got? I got 5 over here on YouTube though. Guys just waking up. Missed all the fun. You're gonna have to go back and watch that. I got 2 trolls in here tonight. Tried to troll me. Uh, I'm not phaseable. Yeah, can't phase me. Phaser set the wah wah. Man, I tell you, send these leftists to Edison Motors in Canada and watch the fact that normal people, not the government, created a hybrid truck that outperforms anything on the market. I wish I had $40,000 laying around to buy one of these kits. The I I would find the money to buy one of these kits if I drove every day. If I had an industrial truck where I had a utility thing, because even like a 1 ton truck kit, it's only $18,000 the to turn your truck into a hybrid. Pretty kick ass. Well, I can't figure out why I couldn't bring in the other stuff, but I was having problems all. I probably need to reboot my computer. Uh, but at least it turned around and said, hey, I gifted unlawful has used 1 bits. Oh, see, I didn't put any of that. Hold on. I don't understand. There's. I took all that stuff out of this theme because I was having problems with the theme. I need to put it all back in there to where it. Okay, so turn off that. You can see me all wired-eyed. My Malware's asleep. If we wear her out, man, it's late. It's 3:30 in the morning here. I need to pee and get some sleep. Yeah, I'm at 104 bits. I'm sending them to get 300 to pass the guy in front of me. Oh, well then I'll just stay on. I'll stay on till you get your 300 bits in. Hold on, I'm gonna mute this for just a second. Man, I didn't take all my pills last night. I got caught up in fixing the stream stuff. Oh, aren't you guys cute? Huh? Aren't you two adorable? Huh, Jake? Come in. My Jake dog hangs out with me. Them other two sleeping on the couch. Yeah. It's funny, that female dog, her and the beagle go round and round. I mean, it looks like they're going to kill each other sometimes. And then that beagle gets all worn out because he's old, lays down on the couch, and to watch that girl dog just walk over and kiss him while he's sleeping, it's just funny. Yuck. There we go. Little bit of everything here. A little neurological pain pills, a little like Dr. House, just popping them pain pills. I'm hoping to be off these things. I tried to cut down on the 1 pain pills, and I just couldn't. Yeah. Felt like somebody set me on fire when I tried to cut back on those. Wasn't just jonesing for pain pills, it was how bad the pain had gotten. So notifications, what are all these? We are updating 2 sections of the monetization stream agreement. Okay, what do we see there? Well, are you going to get notifications from the next time I will? We're going to come back on here shortly. I would be on longer if Creep would show up because he'd keep me awake. Oh, look at all these games I get for free. Shredder's Revenge. Claim the game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Get the game. All right. Hold on. I'm not showing you guys anything, am I? Man, I think I ran into this before where Amazon decided that I needed to change my password. Yeah, send me a text. I'll do a text thing. If this is the deal where they're trying to get me to change my password, I'm going to be pissed. Create a new password. Because that means I got to reset all my devices for the new password. Oh, you spam the bits. Look at that. I don't know what that does, man. I have no. Oh, they're cheers. That's what you're spamming. Oh, you can do whatever you want. Works for me, man. Update my password. Thank you very much. Get game. Oh, I can turn that back on. So, link my account with Amazon Prime. Are you kidding me? Hold on, let me turn that back off again. That's not what I need to turn off. Like, that's a problem when I turn off the chat box. That was always a problem. You turn off that chat box, it resets it. Chat box. I screwed up the chat. You didn't do that. I did that. What? Okay. Hold on. Man, they just start asking you for your freaking username and password. You don't know what company you're talking to. Man, I don't remember my Epic Games password. Yeah. Alright, go back. I'll get it later. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, see? Now Rochambeau would have been good. There's that. You should have been on stream for the LGBTQ2 plus plus. Isn't that what he said? I don't know. All right. Yeah. Reload. See if we can get Road come in here. We don't have anybody troll anymore. They get tired of being trolled at the bar, so they come in to troll me, make their lives better. Okay, so notifications. We are updating 2 sections. I don't know what that means. Star Wars Knights. Claim the game. I think I already have that game. Baldur's Gate. Claim the game. Claimed. New game each week. Man, go claim that game. Maneater. Link account with what? That's Epic Games again, which I can't log into for some reason. Alright. All these free games. YouTuber's Life 2. Oh, we're going to have to play that at some point. Lost Ark. Oh, that's a freaking... What else? Samurai Bringer. Claim that game. Call Auroras, Found in Blood. We'll have to get that later. Well, I'll have to get my Epic stuff up to date here. Man, I don't know. I don't know. All these games. Now I'm yawning. All right. Man, you guys on YouTube, I'm sorry. We're trying to straighten. I'm trying to get stuff straightened out. I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore because they changed every button inside this thing. I got an idea to take Chigger and put him in the Guns of Glory and the Age of Apes stuff as a new player, and where we have both of us up on the screen, and it's him learning how to play, and I'm going to drink beer. I'm not going to play myself. I'm not going to help the Chinese, but I'm just going to sit there, drink beer, and show him how. And we'll do that. We'll do it live in the same room. Yeah. Excuse me while I scratch myself. Went out to the dog park. Mosquitoes ate me alive. Yeah. Back of my neck and my back itches. Video's buffering. I don't know what level am I coming through at. They're all the same. All those games are the same. Those strategy games. What people don't know that I do know is, like, they may be different companies, like Tap for Fun or I can't remember Guns of Glory's freaking parent company, but they're all eating lunch in the same lunchroom. They steal from each other. Especially when it comes to core code, they all updated about the same time. Breeze Cosplay has 483 people up. 14,000. Wait a minute. Birthday stream. Trying to chill. 14 from Summit 1G. 14,000 people watching that stream. Woo. Let's see what he's doing. Summit 1G. Oh, I gotta unmute it again. Man, is there a quick way to unmute? Unmute site. Then we're going to go to wow, that game's got some killer looking graphics. What game is that? Dang. They ain't got nothing been. Trying to chill. Dark and Darker. That's the name of the game. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Well, we'll be doing some of that. Yeah, it looks like a good game. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And mute site. There we go. That's guys I was following. I was following good guys. Trying to learn from them. That's what I got other stuff to do. Oh, go to Twitch. Yeah. There's my stuff. All right. Well, I have. Wait if I can pull it up here. I have a Stream Deck where I can pop the scenes back and forth real clear and do it all professional like. And Chigger set his up. He's over there. He's a pro on it. Them kids, man. I still gotta get mine set back up. Nothing's right. We built 3 computers. So we'll have a separate computer for the gaming, so that we don't lag anything down, and so we can have a full stream the whole time. And then I went and got was it Star Tech or something like that, the low Earth orbit satellite internet, 300 megabytes per second with a 20 millisecond ping, so it's game worthy. Our only problem is upload is limited to like 10, And I'm hoping to get up there and realign that dish to change that. This video download was kind of quicker. Okay. Down the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole. Air 1000, down the rabbit hole. Proceed. Get bits. How do I get bits? Join the party with bits. Well, you got to purchase bits. Buy 300 bits for $3. Complete the bits. Zero bits been added to your balance. Your total is 300. What? Wow, I got an itch in my eye. My tear duct. I don't know what that means. Manage your sub. I'm the founder. Yeah. Gift a sub. Well, see, I paid for that. Seems like I should have some subs to give away. Gift to a special viewer. I don't know. What's a tier 3 sub do? Give 6 gift subs to GunMuse channel. Give 4 more to unlock your next badge. Oh, okay. Well, I can give them to myself and get my badges. That's good, I guess. All right. I'm a Twitch newbie. We're gonna have to wait. Chigger gets back Friday. He's in Washington receiving his award for being a smart feller, and he will get back Friday. We'll do some more stuff. I hope to have some more stuff lined out, ready to go when he gets there, so that we're not just fumbling around. Me and him get in the same room, we just start fumbling around with stuff because we put around. Like yeah, you can give. Yeah, I know you can gift to others, but see, I went and bought one. I didn't know it was random. It randomly gifted some person earlier when I wasn't paying attention. I went and bought a dual charging deck for Xbox controllers. Chigger's so young he wants to use his Xbox controller, and I gave him my Xbox One because I just hate it. I never did like playing it, and I for some reason can't find the controllers for it. I don't know how you lose an Xbox controller, but apparently I did. So I had to buy 2 new Xbox controllers so that we could play Xbox together on some of this stuff. Yeah, he's going to wind up kicking my ass and that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this is a... Man, I wish... Wait a minute. Why do I got Rochambeau? But he's not in TeamSpeak. He's at work. Steam, friends, here we go. He's not in the group chat either. How was I talking to him? What app was I talking to him on? I don't know. Alright, I'm going to have to unmoron myself. That, and I've got to have somebody here doing this when I'm doing it, because, again, the short-term, the long-term memory issue, I'll learn something, and I'll have to relearn it over and over and over and over and over again if I don't have somebody helping me bridge the gap. So... Well, I appreciate it, Unlawful. That was I had fun with the trolls. The trolls coming in here, and we're with the Republican National Committee, and you're all bigots, and you hate gay people, and you're all racist. I'm like, oh, I think you have to come up with new lines. The my professor says. I almost rolled my eyes on camera when he said my. I'll do it now. Oh my God! My professor says. The right. Well, I didn't see. I didn't look at Wade. You looked up his profile. Where's he at? I wish Morgan had gotten there about an hour earlier when he was turning around putting down all the Russians. Then the Russians come in here like, "Why are you doing that, man? I got no problem with the Americans." So, what I see on TV is not my experience with people in real life. The all right, so there's Rand. Oh no, that's Randy. She's the Arab, right? She's from Saudi Arabia. Uh, wow, I can't scroll back that far. Yeah, I can't scroll back that far. The was three white men. He plays on GTA. I don't know what GTA is. Is that a racing game? Because if it's a racing game, I will go freaking play against him in a racing game all day long. Yeah. Analytics. I don't know why YouTube. I got one set of YouTube over here telling me 7 viewers. I got another one telling me 3. I'm used to the days when I had 20. The laptop and Rose in freaking live chat over here. The pissing me off. Yeah, yeah. This was a good stream. I appreciate it. I gotta turn it off. I really need to do it. I appreciate everybody that showed up here. This will be one I hope we go back and take some clips out of because it was funny. The yeah, there's that cancel. Get out of that in the stream. Thank you all.